Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the second part of introducing to you the managers of the English Premier League 2025-26 season. Crystal Palace, Oliver Glasner, the man who have brought 2 trophies to Crystal Palace in the space of 3 months. Yes, he knows the Bayern trophy because he did also with Eintracht Frankfurt in Italy. Rather in Germany when he won the trophy for them some couple of years back. And this time around, he's here doing it for Crystal Palace, 2 trophies in 3 months. Though he's going to be having more activities to come this season because they are currently going to be playing in the UEFA Europa Conference League itself, the Europa League, after they got the decision from CSS that they cannot successfully appeal the decision the UEFA made to them some couple of weeks back. But moving away from that, about Aston Villa, Unai Emery, of course, another man who have been there for some time now, at least 2021. He has brought some success to the team, having seen them play the Champions League football a season ago, and now they also be participating in Europe, but this time around in the UEFA. But they might not be expecting much from him, but they'll be thinking, let's get success in one of the cup competitions, the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, and also let's see how much you can do by finishing top 6 in the English Premier League. And then again, moving ahead of that, we have Brentford. Like I mentioned last time, they have a new coach, Ken Andrew, the man who understudied, of course, Thomas Frank for 6 years, and now he has been given the job to do it all alone. So he's going to be getting a lot of signing this season, but they are still expecting 1 or 2 players to leave after, of course, Bryan Mbeumo have left, while of course, Young Wissa, another player who could leave to Newcastle. But then again, they might say they have a new signing, of course, Inigo Thiago, the man who they signed last season but got injured, so it might be a new signing for them. And also that moved ahead, of course, let's talk about Everton. We know about David Moyes. He came through the second season for Everton in his second tenure, having spent a decade in the first now, and of course, in 6 months, he was able to help this club avoid relegation by finishing at least above the top 13, the Premier League. And this time around, they are in a new stadium for the first time in over 132 years. Everton will be playing, and of course, the Hugh Dickinson Stadium instead of the famously known Goodison Park. And they have been making signing, including one big one on the way now to, of course, the loan deal for Man City, Jack Grealish, have not sold that signing, of course, the Thierry Barry and a host of others. So the big one also can definitely in the top 10. If like a new stadium comes with new financial body, let's see what the Moyes can do to help Everton maintain a permanent status by next year. Moving on, still, of course, still need transfer for managers and probably what we can for. Let's, of course, Brighton coach Fabian Hosler. He was here last season, the first season. He tried his best to take this team to at least the top 10. To finish around the top 10, but now they missed out on UEFA football, so they might not have too much distraction from Europe. But then again, you know that the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup is also there. Even this season, they'll be saying, okay, we missed out last season by 1 or 2 errors. Let's see what we can do. But they have also seen some players leaving. Of course, the Evans Ferguson have left. Of course, the likes of Estopinian also have left, and even João Pedro have left. And they might also lose 1 or 2 players. Of course, Baleba is also a target for Man United, but then last of Mitoma is also there. Even the loss, of course, the Sima Andriga. So a lot of players have left. But then again, over the past 4 years, 5 years, we've seen Brighton selling big players of their team, but still able to maintain their status quo. So let's see how that goes for them coming up in the next 38 games of the Premier League season. Of course, moving ahead on the transfer for managers, let's talk about Man United. Yes, last season, disastrous. He tried his best to take this team to at least the top 10. To finish around the top 10, but now they missed out on UEFA football, so they might not have too much distraction from Europe. But then again, you know that the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup is also there. Even this season, they'll be saying, okay, we missed out last season by 1 or 2 errors. Let's see what we can do. But they have also seen some players leaving. Of course, the Evans Ferguson have left. Of course, the likes of Estopinian also have left, and even João Pedro have left. And they might also lose 1 or 2 players. Of course, Baleba is also a target for Man United, but then last of Mitoma is also there. Even the loss, of course, the Sima Andriga. So a lot of players have left. But then again, over the past 4 years, 5 years, we've seen Brighton selling big players of their team, but still able to maintain their status quo. So let's see how that goes for them coming up in the next 38 games of the Premier League season. Of course, moving ahead on the transfer for managers, let's talk about Man United. Yes, last season, disastrous season for them. The season they saw everything had leaving December. They brought in the man from Sporting Lisbon, and he came over, took over the team, but he didn't get any enjoyment rather because he has a very disappointing season. United finishing what I want to call a very low point of the season. Missing out on VR football, Champions League football, no. European League football, no. Conference League football, no. But so next season, all they are playing for is domestic league, the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup. And of course, though they have signed some new players, but the question is, can they get back to the United of old glories? Bryan Mbeumo, Benjamin Sesko, of course, Matthias Kuna, and probably host of others. Also, Rashford has left, Garnacho could leave, and some other players. But this time around, they have all to do because it's a new season under Ruben Amorim. Because let's talk about this in the last part of the show this evening. Let's talk about one of the newly promoted team, Burnley. Yes, Burnley is here once again, hoping to do what they have not been able to do in the last season. They were here 2 seasons ago, but they got relegated after 1 season under former coach, because that's a Vincent Kompany. But now they have the man who have an experience about qualifying for Championship to Premier League, but not able to sustain it. Of course, Scott Parker also have had 1 or 2 successes in the past with, of course, Fulham and Birmingham, but he didn't get to have a long stay in the Premier League. But this time around, he has been given a lot of money to spend, bringing some big players, including Kyle Walker from Man City. So the question is, will Burnley rather be the 3rd team, the 3rd year of the Premier League, to get relegated after 1 season from the Champions League? You want to know more about the last of the coaches on the show? Do it to listen and, of course, join us on the 3rd part and final part of the managers for the English Premier League 2025-26. My name is Osman Sport. I'm telling you, keep watching, and I'll see you when I see you on the show. Thank you.